Oh, when did you go to see him?
Last semester? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The one that I the bus.
When the bus took you?
No,
That's where I went to undergrad school.
My agricultural teacher.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's talk about the actor. Okay, all they had, like we said before, were the men. They played all the roles. Okay, and they used masks to show a change of character or a change of mood. They might be the same character, but then, like, the mask might have three faces on it, like a happy, an angry, and then like a melancholy, you know, something like that.
So they had masks so they could like see from far away their emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So and the masks are overdone. I've got some pictures down here. Also, if you look at the mouth, they're kind of fluted in a way to where they look like little mini megaphones, so that it will also come out as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so they would use gesture and body movements. However, they were very controlled and stately because a lot of times they were playing gods. Okay, or they were kings. Okay.
Because they're masculine.
Well, I'm sure they tied them on so they wouldn't fall off.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said before, they would add female body parts, to make the female characters, they would give themselves some chest and hips. Okay, Thespis was the first choral member to step out. We talked about that. And he was the founder of the acting profession. So we can all thank a guy named Thespis. Okay, click to the next slide. Let's look at some masks. Okay, so we've got this mask. Some of these are comedy masks. Some are tragedy masks. Huh?
Weren't they kind of heavy?
Yes.
Cause they're made out of like clay or something, right?
Yes, they're made out of clay. And they would have, I'm assuming, tied on to their head. Or maybe they probably have like leather straps that kind of fit on their head. To where it kind of wore like a hat. How it kind of comes down over the hat and then slides over the front of the face.
Dude,
kind of like a welder's hat,
I know their neck had to hurt after they got done with it.
Yes.
Huh?
Said their neck had to hurt after they got done with it.
I bet so.
You know all
And then
about
some
that.
of these might be like statues, like pictures, and they probably are petrified, so they look a lot heavier. The clay probably petrified, turned to stone, that's what I'm assuming. Yes, but they're made out of clay. Okay, you can see all the different pictures, the different expressions, like this one's, he looks kind of angry.
They sculpted them, right?
Melancholy, maybe angry. This is a comedy mask from a comedy play. Huh?
They sculpted them?
Yeah, they sculpted them with little sculpting knives. Mm-hmm. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Any questions about this? Okay, next slide. Okay, now let's talk about the chorus. They have several different functions in a play. Okay, they give advice. They're kind of like the agents. They're kind of like the agents of the script. They give advice to the actors. They ask questions so that the audience can think about, oh, how would we answer that? Or what do you think the answer will be? Okay, and they take part in the play. They are a part of the overall storyline. Okay, they establish an ethical framework. They set up the standards which set up the action of the play. They give the parameters, the scope of the play. Okay, they are ideal spectators because they act as like how the playwright would want the audience to act. Okay, so it kind of gives also a framework for the audience to be like, ooh, look, let's be like the chorus. Okay, they set the mood. With their chanting and they're talking together and they're moving together. Think about it, if their movements are fast, that sets one example. But if their movements are slow, that has a different feel. Okay? They have spectacle, song, and dance. They also have a rhythmic function. They have pauses. They pace the action. Okay, let's say in the beginning, like they might have one group speak, choral speech, where they're talking super slow. But in the next choral speech, where the action is really heightened, they might talk fast and more disjointed, okay, to help change the mood of the play. Okay, and it gives the audience a chance to reflect and listen, because maybe they didn't understand what the actors were saying. Usually, the chorus comes along and resays it basically, so that they can understand what's going on and keep up. Any questions about what the chorus of the function of the chorus is?
So they were kind of like narrator?
Yeah, kind of like a narrator, yeah. But there were a whole bunch of them. And as they added actors, the chorus members, they dwindled in number. So it was more like a 10 to 12 kind of deal, rather than 50. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Okay, click. Or actually go to the next one. There you go.
There are two main ways in which we know about instructional theatre from classical islands where all the plays were originally produced. The first is the actual text of Psalms. We're incredibly lucky, if you think about it, that we've got over 30 texts of Greek tragedies, and we've got 12 or 14 of Greek comedies. That's a very great deal, and that's almost equivalent to what we've got really in Renaissance drama.
We also have ancient sources that tell us about drama, about the funding and the politics and the organisation of theatre.
There's also the archaeological remains, remains of theatres themselves. There's also quite a few good pots.
The ancient Greeks loved to paint theatrical scenes and scenes from their famous myths or vases, and we think they probably...
Okay, we'll finish up tomorrow. Go ahead and hit stop on that.